working on my cool little. It's like a. It's like a thing. It's like it reminds me of like one of the tops of the buildings, like in Moscow or something. It's old world replica. I'm just fancying it up, you know. It's just like a piece from a wooden bedpost that I thought looked cool, and I just started painting it and fancying it up, you know, making it look like some kind of old world, like fucking Moscow type. Like that one architect, that one guy Gaudi, that artist, he made some crazy cool buildings, tile work that was just phenomenal. If you've never seen Gaudi's work, I recommend looking at it. Um, I think a lot of it's in like Italy. I forget where it's all at. It's Barcelona, I think. But Gaudi is incredible. Gaudi. Used to have a book, one of his books that showed all his greatest creations, and we used to look at it when we'd be really high on acid. It's psychedelic stuff. It's really impressive. Kind of reminds me of Gaudi. I'm kind of cool like Gaudi. Just kidding. I'm nowhere near as cool as Gaudi. I love you too, sweetie. I'm painting my Tartarian bedpost thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do. And I was thinking, it kind of reminds me of that. Have you looked at the guy's buildings with me? The guy Gaudi, Gau. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, we were looking at it. Yeah, because he does all that really amazing tile work, and a lot of his stuff kind of has this style of old world flair. Old world flair. What's up, Tarrant? Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, appreciation for the finer things. Yeah, people take the time and like where it's like, I mean, the old world buildings. It's clear that there was no expense spared. Well, it would be so much more fun when everyone has their own creative, buildings and stuff, houses. Yeah, I really wish we still had that knowledge, or I mean, if we didn't build those buildings, I wish we had the understanding to know how to do it, or we could hear the real truth about it, because it's such a cool. I never really thought I would have been like I'd be 50 years old and I'd be like marveling at architecture. Yeah, I never. It makes me mad that when I was in San Francisco, I just right, right. All of this amazing stuff and didn't really like. I appreciate it a little bit. Me too. Yeah, like I remember being up in like at the fucking Bill Graham Memorial and like yeah. I've definitely appreciated, but I didn't get it. I mean, I just exactly. I did go to get my passport at the Capitol building. It never occurred to me that maybe there was like just the history. It wasn't accurate or it wasn't realistic. I was in awe when I entered the big main Capitol building in San Francisco. Dude, we got to go up there. Like, whoa! Yeah, because that building, the City Hall building in San Francisco is fucking amazing. I was going to get my passport, and I was like, where? And there's details that are just like if I've seen people do like where that guy I am Kairos. He's a good YouTube channel, but he goes and does boots on the ground type stuff, and he's up there and he does really thorough exposés or whatever. But he was zooming in on some of the like the inner dome, like one of the main domes, and like where he was up on like one of the second or third floor, but he was zooming way in on some of the artwork that was done in like they had like the coffered ceiling and all this detail and like writing and stuff that you could not even make out. You wouldn't even know it existed from the floor. Like, I mean, the only reason that we saw what he was showing us is because he was zooming in on it. Like, you couldn't see it with the naked eye anywhere. Like, there's so much work that goes into every little teeny spot, and just who's even going to see it? It's like in places where nobody would even ever notice it unless you zoomed in on it. It's just like, who builds like that? I mean, it was a whole different mindset. And what really gets me about that is like the San Francisco City Hall apparently fell down from the quote unquote earthquake. But Yeah, but check it out though. The one that fell down, they say, I was reading reports about it, or like accounts where it was like the cleanup crew that had to go clean it up, or whatever, was saying that they were finding um, like evidence that whoever had built the first city hall there had cut corners, and there was like a lot of lying, that like where they said, well, we had to buy all these materials that were like high cost, but then they found the reason that it collapsed was because it was a lot of it was like hollow, like facades with like a bunch of garbage and debris inside of it, just like it wasn't like like I remember when we knocked on those pillars and they were just plastic, and it looks like this big beautiful thing, but like that's what they said they found after the city hall crumbled during the earthquake. From the earthquake, I mean the quote unquote earthquake, which could have just easily been a bunch of explosives. But like, I just find that to be so confusing, because if that's the case, because then they rebuilt that city hall there. They say it took them 2 years to rebuild it, and the city hall that's there now is just, there's no way that there's no fucking way in hell anybody could ever build that in 2 years. The interior of that thing is so over the top, and the materials, I mean, these big granite blocks. I mean, it's like they didn't even have a diesel engine.
I don't know, man. Part of me thinks too that
How in the fuck was it done in 2 years?
the angels helped build all that shit.
Yeah, or they were
Because
using.
if you look at the Vatican, it's like made for big things.
Oh yeah, I mean, it seems like there's.
Yeah, and the way it's all.
But I hate when there's stories that conflict with our idea that it was there longer.
They're almost like temples of some sort, like to go worship them or something. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like certain ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely the old cathedrals over in Europe and stuff. They tell stories. I mean, and it's not all like hunky dory either. It's like pretty scary shit that they show on the art. Yeah, and it's crazy. Is like a lot of the old buildings that still exist, they've taken the statues off. They removed the old statues. Right. It's like, why? Like, is that our American tradition? Like Greek gods? I mean, why is that such a prevalent theme?
I mean, those were the families, and then they had a curse, and they all fucked over each other. Each generation fucked over the other.
Yeah.
And that's why they wanted to get rid of their kids so they wouldn't take over, and then their kids took over them anyway.
And these were like the men of renown or whatever.
The curse of the angels is that that's what's gonna happen. You're cursed, and every generation's gonna fuck you.
And it's still carrying on today.
Yeah, and like the angels, the Greek gods were they were jealous and bitter, and they would like cheat, and they would.
Yeah, it's like they were afflicted with like
do all this weird shit.
Even though they were like angelic, they were afflicted with human like drama.
They were fallen.
Yeah. But like, is there an argument being made like somewhere along the line that it's like that we weren't so corrupted until they came down and corrupted us?
I mean, I think we were balanced. That's what we want. That's our goal. We want to be back.
I mean, something corrupted us, because I think there used to be a time when we
threw off the balance, and then they wanted to do like all their things, like we need slaves,
Well, yeah, they have like so negative like agenda.
They
like
used us for their and then they wanted worship.
But I just don't understand how you could be so enlightened and so like gifted with such supernatural, and still lean towards like wanting to do such shallow like empty like like why would you want to go in that direction? It doesn't make sense. But clearly that's what's happening.
And they've just been doing it with their family ever since, and they pass it down to the next, just like we have the cabal today.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is how we've done for all these years.
There's some philosophy they have that's like do as thy wilt or whatever, and then wilt. Where it's like they
say our great ancestors did this for us so we could have all this. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what they say. Like
yeah,
so
but I would just
we have to carry on the family curse or whatever.
It's like whoop-de-doo. I would think that eventually somebody would come along and be like, like in their lineage and be like, you guys got it all wrong.
Well, I'm sure there's some.
Yeah, they probably kill them or something.
Yeah. I'm sure there are some. Yeah, God sends them people.
What's up, raccoon? Yeah. Yeah, well, God definitely, like, I don't think God's playing us like pieces in a chess game or something, but I do think that, like, I mean, I think that like once you are, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but I think that once you are aware of God's presence, then you can be guided by God. Like because once you know what you're looking for, what you're listening for, or what you know.
Yeah, it takes a while to tune in.
But like without that, I think there's still God is still trying to send you those messages. But like if you're not like open to it, then you won't necessarily. You might think, oh, well, it's a coincidence, but you might not even make anything of it, and then just
That's like the beginning of my like awakening process. It's like all these things would happen, like little hints from God, and like I would
Yeah.
tell my parents or something, and like, oh, that's whatever.
because we got free will. That's what God was proud of. He gave us free will. So why would he want to maneuver us around? Like it's but he does.
But he does.
But he created a realm where we have access to source like that, where we can actually be guided by that. But it's like he's not trying to steer us necessarily. He's just offering the path to enlightenment.
I don't know. I felt steered.
Yeah, but was that God though?
Yeah. But you're at a war with both, so you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I can tell.
I think yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to have Jesus take the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. There's things where like I see.
What I think I was thinking more along the lines of like whatever happened to you then it was like God was what kept you safe versus there was something else steering you kind of.
I was a both. It was a fight between both.
Because you were so reckless, but it was like, but everything worked out okay, you know. Like,
Controlled at the same time. That all wouldn't have gone so well if I didn't have God.
that's how I looked at it. Yeah, like I thought there was other kind of you were like doing shadow work.
I didn't realize I had all that time. I was in denial.
I kind of knew you did. But.
So you try to push it out.
I had a feeling it was gonna boil over at some point.
It has to. That's the only way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why everyone thinks, oh, build it, push it down more, push it down more.
Right. Yeah. Hide from the pain.
And then after taking forever, it's gonna blow up, and that's what you needed.
Just bottle that up for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you gotta deal with it. Yeah.
No need in actually facing reality.
It's energetic.
We got a pill for that.
It's like
It is.
it is.
Well, everything that's what life is. It's energy.
It
Yeah.
has to move through you. You can't control it. You don't even know you're doing
Right,
it. A lot
right.
of stuff is subconscious, so
Because we are a vessel. Yeah. A vessel for
it's an
energy.
thing. And now once it's out, it's flow again.
Yeah. You got to get that toroidal like motion
Yeah,
going.
right, you
Within,
gotta
without.
walk,
Yeah.
feel, send and feel. Sure.
The menorah. What is that? The Jewish thing?
No, I just started the Revelation. Talks about
The seven seals.
The seven candles.
But didn't you like relate that to your chakras?
Seven
Like,
chakras,
yeah, I think that's really good.
It's the same thing. Seals,
And I think that's kind of funny too, because it's like the Christians became sort of snooty about New Age talk, but it's like, we're talking about energy. It's not. You don't have to put a title on it. It's not like a trend.
Oh, these things are demonic, and one of it'll be chakras.
But yeah, that's silly though. It's part of the reality that God provided for us. There's nothing. I mean, it's like.
It's because the occult took the knowledge and then called it the.
Yeah,
occult.
well, that's the thing.
And
Yeah, I mean,
this is the devil, and don't
the
look
Force
at it.
is the Force. I mean, you can be Darth Vader or Luke. You know, I
You
mean,
have
you
to
can.
kind of know both sides now.
Yeah, the bad people can use it too. It doesn't make the Force bad. It just makes it, something that's available for anyone. But I think in the end, evil will always triumph over good because good is dumb. I'm just kidding.
What? Jeez, what did you say with your kids?
I'm just quoting Spaceballs. That's what Dark Helmet said. He's all, evil will always triumph over good because good is dumb. But then he
Evil
lost.
doesn't have any awareness. How can it be smart?
He was just trying to psych out Lone Star.
I already know to say that.
He's all, you fool. No, the universe knew my intention. I was being silly, making fun of shit. Rick Moranis played Darth Vader well. He's all playing with his dolls and shit. That's totally like the best. That was the best roast of Star Wars for sure. they've gone straight to plaid. We're going to ludicrous speed. Like batten down the hatches. Cancel the 3-ring circus. I don't need no fluff talk, please. I'd much rather just listen to the breeze blowing through the trees. I don't need to hear someone just trying to fill the void. I will just feel annoyed. I don't need nobody to patronize me. I just want to hear something interesting. I don't need no fluff talk, small talk, please. Spare me. I don't need nothing from nobody. All I want is something from somebody. I don't need no fluff talk, no. I don't need to hear about things I already know. I just wanna see something true. And tell me what's really going on with you. I don't need to hear no pillow talk. Nothing that is just a lie. I'd rather just be instead of trying to be. I don't need to be coddled. I don't need to be throttled. I just wanna be pleased. I don't need no yes men. I don't need nobody to agree if they don't agree. What is the point of living a fake reality? I don't wanna be surrounded by superficial. I don't need to be in that hole. I'd rather know the essence of your soul. I suppose that's the only goal. Where do you go with fluff talk? You don't get that far. I'd rather not have to hear about your fancy new car. You can take me for a spin. Maybe I'll wanna jump on in. But if it's raining outside, I'd say maybe we should just wait on that ride. I don't need to be in a hurry. I don't need to be worried. I just wanna be involved with what's real. Tell me how you really feel. I get a little bit lonely sometimes, and I get a little bit confused. I don't know what direction to go, and I don't know which way to choose. Every road that we've been down just brings us back around again. Oh, baby, Don't know what direction to go, but I know I'm gonna be there. And I'm doing alright. Yeah, oh, come on. Doing alright. You know I'm doing alright. Doing alright. I'm doing alright, baby. Doing alright. Doing alright. You know I'm doing it right. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I get a little bit tired sometimes, and I get a little bit under the weather. I don't know which direction to go, mama, and I don't know which way is better. Every road that we've been down just brings us back around again. Yeah, alright. Don't know what direction to go, but I know I'm gonna be there. And I'm doing it right. Oh, baby, come on. Doing alright. You know I'm doing alright. Doing alright. Doing alright. Doing alright. Doing alright. Baby, doing alright. Doing alright. I'm doing it right. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I just get a little bit lonely sometimes, and I get a little bit confused. Don't know what direction to go, and I don't know which way to choose. Every road that we've been down just brings us back around again. Yeah, baby, ooh. Don't know what direction to go, but I know I'm gonna be there. And I'm doing alright. Yeah, oh, come on. Doing alright. Doing alright. I'm doing alright. Doing alright. Baby, doing alright. Doing alright. Doing it right. Well, I just get a little bit tired sometimes, and I get a little bit under the weather. Don't know what direction to go, mama, and I don't know which way is better. Every road that we've been down just brings us back around. And yeah, baby, ooh. Don't know what direction to go, but I know I'm gonna be there. And I'm doing alright. Yeah, come on. Doing alright. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Baby, doing alright. Doing it right. Baby, doing alright. Doing alright. Baby, doing alright. Doing alright. You know I'm doing it right. I'm just a dude. Doing it right. Well, I get a little bit tired sometimes, and I get a little bit under the weather. Don't know what direction to go. I just don't know which way is better. Every road that we've been Don't know what direction to go, but I know I'm gonna be there, and I'm doing it right. Doing it right, yeah, baby. I'm doing it alright. Doing it alright. Oh, baby, you know, doing it right, baby. Ooh, doing it right. Okay, it's enough of that song. It has become tiresome. I was making up this song the other day. It goes like this. Don't believe your lying eyes, and don't believe in your gut feeling. These are the words. These are the unspoken words of tyrants that just want to control what you're thinking. Hey, don't believe your lying eyes, and don't believe in your gut feeling. Ew. These are the unspoken words of tyrants that just want to control what you're thinking. Well, don't believe your lying eyes, and don't believe in your gut feeling. That's what you must be expecting from me if you want me to believe that I ain't seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, baby, they want you to disregard the obvious corruption that's gone full blown. They want you to just stay in your home and stay in your lane for the duration of the game. They don't care about nothing but themselves. And if you disagree, you're just a problem that must deal. And you must be eliminated or somehow controlled remotely, and maybe that will be the last fucking straw for people who are just so likely to concede and comply with the unspoken words of tyrants that just want to control what you're thinking. Don't believe your lying eyes, and don't believe in your gut feeling. These are the words of these are the unspoken words of every tyrant that just wants to control what you're thinking. It kind of sounds familiar, like I didn't really write it or something. Whatever. Country roads, take me home to the place that I belong. Mountain Mama, West Virginia, take me home. I don't know how that song goes. I wish they did though. Take me home, West Virginia, to the place that I belong. Mountain Mama, West Virginia, country roads, take me home, take me home. Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home. I know there's other lyrics, but I don't remember them. Well, I wish I was out on Rocky Top, out in the Tennessee hills. There ain't no smoky smog on Rocky Top, there ain't no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on a rocky top and half bear, the other half cat. She was wild as a newt, but sweet as soda pop. I still dream about that. A rocky top, you'll always be oh sweet home to me. A good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Ooh. Well, once two strangers climbed up the Rocky Top looking for the moonshine still. Well, they never came back down from the Rocky Top. I reckon they never will. Well, corn don't grow at all on the Rocky Top. Dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all those folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. A good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Woo! I lived years of cramped up city life, trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's that petty life can't be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. My camera's all jacked up. Is anybody in there? Can you tell me if I have sound? If anybody's there, let me know if there's sound. Doesn't look like anybody's there. I'm just gonna assume that there is sound and that maybe someday somebody will listen to it. I've been running against the grain. I've been running against the grain. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along, and I'll be running against the grain to my dying day. I'll be running against the grain. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along, and I claim the grain is running the wrong way. While I'm running against the grain, I'm running against the grain, yeah. But when you run against the grain, it causes friction. You know that friction starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen. That's when this place is going up in flames at the end of the game. End of the game. At the end of the game, I still be running against the grain. I still be running against the grain. I still be running against the grain. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along, and I'll be running against the grain to my dying day. I'll be running against the grain. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along, and I just blame the grain is running the wrong way. I'm running against the grain. I'll still be running against the grain, yeah. But when you run against the grain, it causes friction. You know that friction starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen. That's when this place is going up in flames at the end of the game. End of the game. At the end of the game, well, I'll still be running against the grain. Still be running against the grain. Now this is the song that I have always sang while I'm running against the grain. Running. You see me running the opposite way. I claim the grain is running the wrong way. Running against the grain, that's my name, that's my claim to fame. I'll be running against the grain. That's my name, that's my claim. Running against the grain, oh yeah. But when you run against the grain, it causes friction, and you know that friction starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen. That's when this place is going up in flames at the end of the game. At the end of day, I still be running against the grain. I still be running. I'll be running. You better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. Time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass. Whoa, acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around. Cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. Act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging us, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. Right. Jack, let's get the hammer and the best hits. The time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, all acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. And we will see who's laughing. The place collapsing in the free for all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down. So does the captain. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. Now when the going gets tough, gotta be clever enough. You got to know what the fuck to do. You're gonna run amok, or let the muck run you. You better act that jackass. Let's get your hammer, brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. The whole thing's gonna come down. Okay. Yeah, the whole damn thing's gonna come down. Right. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. Pow. Oh. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. Pow. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. Oh, she goes laughing and that place starts collapsing in a free for all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down. So does the captain. And wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. When the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You gotta run amok, or let the muck run you. Act fast, get the hammer in the brass tacks. On top of lagging, bragging, dragging ass, acting like a maniac. Wonder why exactly I'm explaining that. Just consider the fact that once you grab your buck up back, is there gonna be a way to turn back around? Cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. The whole thing's gonna come down. Okay. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. All right.